Good morning, YouTube. This is your homegirl, Adibia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York. Simply what I'm doing right now is just dropping the link. Anybody want to come up and talk your shit, you can. You can. You can do it. Especially my haters. Especially my haters. Because I got a bunch of haters on this YouTube app. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I received that news yesterday. You know how I received it? Because I called my grandmother. It been a couple of months since I called her, like 2 months. 2 months ago, everything was fine. Now, when I called yesterday, and she told me, she said, "Oh, baby, I don't mean no harm, but your brother is dead." I said, "What?" So I'm late to my StreamYard video today, my live video, because I'm still on the phone calling different people in my fucking family. I be busy. When I'm not on YouTube, I be busy with my fucking life. I gotta go to work tonight. I gotta do what I gotta do for me. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. I'm late. I'm late. And every time I get ready to do something real crazy, you know what happened? Birdman will call me. He will call me. He watched Brown Skin Lady live video last night. He heard Brown Skin Lady talking. He heard Ears to the Street talking. He heard Queen Regina talking. When Queen Regina came into the room, and I said, "Oh my God, Queen Regina." And simply what Queen Regina wants, she wants all of the black women YouTuber, those that are women and black and YouTube creators. She want all of us to forget our differences and come together, unite together, do a united front, because they are tearing down the black image of the black woman on YouTube and other social media platforms. They're doing it. They're doing it every day. Every day I get up, I see somebody doing something negative about one of the black women on YouTube. It might have been Cynthia G. We saw what they did to Cynthia G. We saw what they did to Tanya TKO a few years ago, and Tommy Sotomayor had to intervene. This channel was built. This channel and the other channels I've had on YouTube is built behind what Tommy Sotomayor was teaching at that time. What he was saying at that time, because he spoke my pain about the black woman. Black women in this country will always be divided. We will always be divided. And if one woman can get all of us to unite and march together, it would be a wonderful thing. But I know it will never happen. I know it will never, ever happen. Hey, Andre. Hey, Donna. Shout out to the chat. I know it will never, ever happen. Queen Regina means well. She does. I'm subbed up to Queen Regina. I listen to Queen Regina. Queen Regina has hit my link plenty of times. And she thought I was going to be punished because I allowed her to hit my link and talk to me. Nobody punishes me. Arabia Barbosa. If you got a voice and you got something to say, you want to talk your ish, do it now. The link is dropped. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Brown Skin Lady. Shout out to her. Shout out to Ears to the Street. Shout out to him. Shout out to Queen Regina. Shout out to Miss 504. Shout out to the Empress Lonnie One Love. Shout out to all my YouTube creators. Selena. Shout out to you. I see my ghost watchers. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to the people that are subscribed to me. Shout out to you. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to bow down to no bullshit. Shout out to the chat. I can't afford to do it. I heard the voice of Queen Regina last night on Brown Skin Lady panel. Those two women, they don't get along, but they was able to find common ground. And Brown Skin Lady, you were so wonderful. You were so beautiful. Queen Regina, you were so wonderful. You were so beautiful. Shout out to the chat. Turn your tears into diamonds. That's the name of this title. Turn your tears into diamonds. Your pain, your hurts, your aggravation, your frustration, whatever you're going through, turn it into diamonds. My mother used to always tell me when I was growing up, my adopted mother, she's passed now. She's gone. She died in 2019. But you know what that woman used to tell me? Learn how to fucking survive. Learn how to survive. Take your hurt to pain, whatever it is that you're feeling, and learn how to fucking survive. Turn your tears into diamonds. Learn how to survive. I'm saying it in nice terms to my subscribers, my moderators, whoever come in my chat, who I write in my comment section. I got a lot of trolls that like to come over here. Trolls, you are welcome. Sis Rebel Got Wrench is no longer the managing moderator over here. I am the managing moderator. I don't need moderators. If I got moderators, sit in the chat. If you see somebody doing something that you don't like, or you getting into a beef with them, hit the link. Hit the link. Shout out to the chat. My war with the Empress Lonnie One Love is concluded. It is over. It is done. Queen Regina already spoke her words. Brown Skin Lady spoke her words. These two women. Shout out to the chat. I respect Brown Skin Lady. I might not agree with her all the time. I don't agree with her all the time. I don't. And she knows it. Reach out and touch me. Shout out to the chat. Brown Skin Lady know I love her. I be in my drunkest moments and I was attacking Ears to the Street. I was in the chat and I said, what is Ears to the Street doing on that panel? Because a year ago, sir, you was fighting against this woman, wasn't you? Wasn't you one of the ones? Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the house. We are in the house. If anybody wanted to hit the link, Go ahead, hit the link. Sis Rabbit Got a Ranch is no longer a moderator over here, but Sis is welcome over here anytime he want. He can send in his rabbits over here anytime they want. But when those rabbits come into the chat, they better be respectful of me, the host, Arabia Barbosa. 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We are in the motherfucking house. I'm still at war with Jabba the Hutt. I'm still at war with Jabba the Hutt, aka BLE. Brooklyn Lady Ellie had trash bucket from Brooklyn, New York. Bitch, don't you ever do another video about me, a live video about me, unless you are totally cammed up. You better get cammed up, bitch. And I mean that. Because I will never look at your shit again. Fuck you. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Turn your tears into diamonds. Basically, what Brown Skin Lady and Queen Regina did last night confirms what I'm saying. Turn your tears into diamonds. Learn how to survive. Do what you need to do. Shout out to the chat. I'm shouting out to the chat. I'm shouting out all parts of New York, Westchester County, 914. We are number one. We are number one. Shout out to the chat. Then we got the Bronx, New York. Okay. We got Queens, New York. Okay. We got Brooklyn, New York. Okay. We got Long Island, New York. Okay. We got Staten Island, New York. Okay. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to New York. New York will always be powerful. You know how powerful New York is? New York will never, ever be anything but powerful. Shout out to the chat. New York is number one. We are number one. We will never bow down. We will never bend. The black woman is God Almighty. The black woman is the supreme God, Earth Mother. That is who the black woman is. I don't have a family. I don't need a family. I got a whole nation under me. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, but I just want to let my people know what's going on. I want to let my people know what's going on, what is happening. What will be, will be. Who is doing what? For whatever reason. I'm here. I'm me. I'm always going to be me. I'm never going to change. I'm not going to stop being who I am. I'm Arabia Barbosa. According to Facts Over Feelings, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch because I don't agree with what you're doing. He wanted people to donate to him, to raise money, to feed the homeless. The homeless already got their soup kitchens. They already got their pantries. They already got different programs in place. A lot of those homeless people that's living homeless, and y'all know who I'm talking about, their bank account got over 30,000 in their bank account. Get the fuck out of here. Why would I support a person that's making more money than me, that has more money than me? Why would I support them? It don't make no sense, not to me. Because I know what kind of games the homeless play. I'm not homeless anymore, but I know what I'm talking about because I lived in that situation. When I was in New York, I was in a homeless shelter. When I was in New York, I did transitional housing. That means it's a group home setting where men and women co-ed house right there on North Broadway, Yonkers, New York. Shout out to Yonkers, New York. Shout out to them. That house is still co-ed as far as I know. It's under the sharing community. The sharing community deals with the mayor's office. They deal with the city council people. They deal with the police department. That's what they deal with. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna be me. I'm not gonna stop being me. And people can get mad all they want. They can get mad. But you know what I want? You know what I want? I want the big YouTubers to come in here and talk their ish. Talk their ish. Shout out to the chat. We got 9 ghost watchers. Andre, thank you for coming in. Donna, thank you for coming in. And anyone else that's watching, thank you for coming in. It is what it is. A shout out to the chat. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me regardless. I'm not going to stop being me at all. Never, ever. I'm going to support who I want to support on this YouTube app, on these YouTube streets, until I want to stop doing it. You know what? I was a fan, a supporter of Tommy Sotomayor from 2013 all the way into 2021. That's 8 years. So if you a good YouTuber, brown skin lady, she's a good YouTuber. I might be with her for 8 years. Queen Regina, she's a good YouTuber. I might be with her for 8 years. I might be with Empress Lonnie One Love for the next 8 years. Empress Lonnie One Love, shout out to her because she taught me how to fight on this YouTube app. Even if people got receipts against you, you can still talk your ish. Shout out to the chat. Nobody want to hit the link, but everybody want to watch this video. Ain't that something? Shout out to the chat. I'm good. I'm good. I'm a small YouTuber. Small YouTuber. And I thank my chat members. I thank my subscribers. I thank my subscribers every day. That's why I say shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat so much. Because I don't know who's watching. And if you did not catch this video on the first beginning, catch the playback. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my moderators. Right now, I'm the only moderator in the chat. I'm the only moderator in the chat. Unless one of my other moderators show up. And usually that moderator sits here for 5 minutes and they go on to somebody else's channel. That's how I know I don't have no true moderators. Some of my moderators stand in the bushes. Come from the bushes. Don't be a ghost watcher. Do your job. Your job is to watch the chat. Your job is to drop links. But I'm not asking my moderators to do that. Because when you ask the moderators to do that, then that means they're doing a job. And a lot of people don't like to pay their moderators. I like to look out for my moderators. And my moderators need to let me know what I already know 2 of my moderator Cash App information. The other one, I don't know anything about. Why that person is so hesitant to give me the Cash App I don't know. Shout out to the chat. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. But I was getting ready to get all fiery last night. I was on fire. I wanted to tamper some black asses down. And you know what? When I was getting into my feelings, when I was getting deeper and darker, Guess who called me on my goddamn phone? Birdman. Well, Arabia, I'm just calling to check on you because I see that you're doing videos that are getting deeper and darker. Maybe you should fall back. Maybe you should shut up for tonight. Shut it down. Is this the little mermaid movie where the sea witch takes my voice? I'm singing. She said, keep singing, keep singing, keep singing. And she sent out those hands. It was a spell. Went into that woman's throat and took the voice. She took it and put it in a magical shell. Ariel, the mermaid, got her wish. Her fin became legs. She couldn't survive in the water. Her two friends had to come and pull her out. That's what they do. That's what your friends do. When you lose something, your friends come in and they help you. They support you. They love you. They do whatever they gotta do to make sure you are safe, to make sure you are okay, make sure you are all right, make sure you are awesome, make sure you are fabulous, make sure you are amazing, make sure you are opulent. Shout out to Crystal LaBeija. Shout out to the house, the Royal House of LaBeija in New York. Shout out to them. Because of them, I started coming out that goddamn closet years ago. I took off that hair. I shaved my hair off. I took off that dress. I took off that makeup. I ain't looked back yet. I didn't like the way I looked at that time. I love the way I look now because I got bedroom eyes. Shout out to the chat. Elohim child, thank you. Thank you, Elohim child. Donna, thank you. Andre, I know y'all. You know what? I'd be mad, but I'd be in a good mood at the same time. I don't know how that happens. But you know what? My biological father used to get drunk, and I used to watch him do it. He used to smoke his little weed. He'll smoke his weed, and then he'll drink his little beers, his little alcohol, spirits, and then my father would start singing. And he had a beautiful singing voice. Y'all think I sing good? No, Daddy, he had me blown out the water. I said, Daddy, you a good singer. He said, be quiet, girl. I know what I'm doing. I said, Daddy, you sing good. You should have, Arabia, let me handle this. And my daddy would start singing. He would start, oh my God, his voice sounded like an angel. He was a demon, but his voice was an angel. Call my daddy a demon. So am I. I was created. I wasn't born. My father used to hear, oh, well, come on, Arabia, let's sing the song together. And we would start singing. And my daddy be like, and then one day it was me, my daddy, and my sister from my mother. That sister had a different daddy, but my daddy knew her daddy. And he said, come on, children, we gonna sing this song. Yo, we blew it out of the water. My daddy was so happy. He laughed and he was so happy. And we all hugged each other that day. Don't you know, right after that, me and my daddy was no longer friends. because I had an opinion about something. I had a feeling about something, and my daddy didn't want to hear it. Children should be seen and not heard. That's the rule. That was the rule from back in the old day. This is a new day. A new day. The children will lead. Even Jesus Christ, when he was a child, he was leading. He was leading. We got a lot of our prophets started leading way before they was 13 years old. Shout out to the chat. Elijah Muhammad started leading way before he was 13. The woman he married, Sister Clara Muhammad, she was leading way before she was 13. Look at Franny Lou Hamer, Maxine Waters, whoever you want to look at in the black community, they were leaders way before 13 years old. Way before. Because they had to go through a system, a ritual system of how to be an adult. And my grandmother learned that real early in her life. My grandmother couldn't read a word on a book or a piece of paper. You know how my grandmother learned how to read? She learned when she went to the Jehovah Witnesses. She became a Jehovah Witness. That's how she learned how to read. And she been with them from 22 years old. My grandmother is now what? How old is grandma? She 4 years short of 100. My grandmother is 96 years old. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Yep. You know what? Even I be talking about serious subject, everybody come over here and laugh. I got to, you know what? I got to laugh because if I don't laugh, I'm going to be crying. And if I start crying, I'm going to be screaming. And if I'm screaming, then that means something else is getting ready to happen. And every time I'm getting ready to go that way, here comes the phone. And who it is? Birdman. Hello, Arabia. I'm just calling to check on you. Something told me to call you. I don't know what it was in my spirit. That's how he talked. when when Lonnie used to call me off of Instagram, and this is no joke. There was one day I was in here. I was mad as fuck. I was mad as shit. I ain't know what was going on. Lonnie called me. I just called to, talk to you for a little. Before me and Jabba the Hutt fell out. Jabba the Hutt used to do the same thing. So we all entwined together for a reason. There's a reason for the season. And I remember being a young girl, growing up in New York, going down to certain places in the city. And I used to always love to hear Liza Minnelli sing, the daughter of Judy Garland. Shout out to her. She was a good singer. She still sings. Don't sing as much because I think she's getting older, and you know how older people do. But they still hold their craft. One thing I can say about the older generation of entertainers, they held their craft until the day they died. Billie Holiday did it. Michael Jackson did it. Prince did it. Amy Winehouse did it. Janis Joplin did it. Big Mama Thornton did it. Red Fox, he did it. Richard Pryor, he did it. It's a lot of y'all, a lot of entertainers came out in the world and did their craft until the day they died. Lena Horne is a good example. of what happens. Eartha Kitt is a good example of what happens when you're so much into your craft. But thank God for those two women. Rest in peace, mommies. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to everyone I just mentioned. Phyllis Hyman. A shout out to her. Rest in peace, my baby. Yeah, a good singer. Y'all go over there and look at Phyllis Hyman. Listen to her music, and you'll see what I'm saying. You'll hear the torch singing. Even Whitney Houston, whether they said that she was a pop artist or whatever, when she sung certain songs, she was even a torch singer. I Will Always Love You, Run to Me, Love That Man. Those are torch songs. Shout out to Whitney Houston. Rest in peace, my baby. Rest in peace, Bobby Christina, Whitney Houston's daughter. Rest in peace. Yeah, Elohim. Yes, and shout out to the chat. Yeah, you know how I get down. You know how I get down. I'm getting ready to get in my feelings, but I'm getting ready to shut down this video. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to my moderators, the ones that keep sticking with me. Shout out to you. It takes a lot of strength. I thank you. I love you. And I appreciate you so much. Even if I don't say it every day. That's why I keep saying shout out to the chat, because I'm showing my appreciation. My appreciation. And I acknowledge you. All my moderators, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you. And this is not a job. Y'all come over here because you want to. Y'all rock out with me because you want to. You agree with me, you might not agree with me. At least you can say it. A shout out to the chat. And I listened to Brown Skin Lady last night, and she was absolutely right. I need to chill it out. Chill out. I can't take my personal feelings out on everyone, because that's not fair and that's not right. So I'm acknowledging that, and I apologize. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, Queen Magena is going to connect the dots. She is going to go to every Black female YouTube creator and get us all together, because she knows that we are all under attack. I'm under attack. Empress Lonnie One Love been under attack for quite some time. Brown Skin Lady is under attack. Moonlight is under attack. You know, different YouTube creators are being under attack. And I remember Cynthia G. I remember Tanya TKO. I remember Carmen Kaboom. I remember all the ancient YouTube female creators at that time, because they was going head to head, toe to toe with Tommy Sotomayor and other different male YouTube creators at that time. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. But if you are a creator and something about you catches my attention, like how I sat with Tommy Sotomayor, so shall I sit with you. 8 years? That's a long time. Long time to sit with someone. A year is a long time. Shout out to the people that have been rocking out with me for a year. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Even though I be up here embarrassing myself sometime, I don't care about embarrassing myself or speaking words I may not should not have spoken. It is what it is. This is YouTube. But I gotta start taking personal responsibility for what I be saying. Because some of the shit I be saying is really ridiculous and reckless and should not be said. So I apologize. And I'm gonna try to refrain from doing that. Try to refrain from those old behaviors. But it's so embedded in me, I don't know where I'm going with it. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Thank everyone for coming in. Like and share the video if you want to. I don't know what you're going to do. But I appreciate your view. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you sitting with me. I love the fact that you sat with me. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. 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 Everyone is welcome over here. Haters, people that I love, interested in, everyone is welcome over here. People that I love when you do your music drops. I love how you talk when you get on panels. I love when you come into the chat. I love your spirit. Shout out to you. Thank you for supporting this page. Thank you for supporting this page. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Y'all go over there and sub up to Andre O.D. Kimball. He's a young man on YouTube doing drop music. He does other content as well. Shout out to him. Y'all go over there and sub up to him. Go over there and sub up to Brown Skin Lady. If you're not subbed up, sub up to her. She got a lot of good things going on over there. Sub up to Queen Regina. Shout out to her. Sub up to her. Shout out to all my YouTube creators. And those of y'all that don't know, get in the know. Get in the know. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your day. I hope everyone has an awesome day. Awesome weekend. I got to go to work tonight. Y'all pray for me because you know how I get down. Sometimes I get drunk and I don't want to go to work. But I have to go to work because I got to pay these fucking bills. The bills, it's not going to stop. And they're not going to listen to no excuses. So I can't find an excuse not to go to work. I talk myself out of my own goddamn money. I be talking myself out of my money. But I'm 50 years old. I don't care. I'm just going to be me. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Yes, sir. Shout out to the chat. Love everyone. Appreciate you. One.